I had a student named Soshi in my violin class, and she came up to me and she said, "Miss, could we have a mariachi?" I said, "Well, Soshi," I said, "I'm not Mexican." She's like, "Well, I know that, but are you Italian?" And I was like, "Well, no." She's like, "Well, you teach us Vivaldi and orchestra. Why can't you teach us mariachi music?" And I was like, I had gotten schooled. And so I said, "Give me a week." And so in a week, I learned as much as I could, and we started our mariachi program. My name is Beth Poquette Drews. I teach mariachi and modern band in Dallas ISD at Stockard Middle School, and I've been teaching for 22 years. As a child, my grandmother, who I called Oma, was from Salzburg, Austria, and music was just always part of my life. And I liked it a lot, but I also was brought up in the church and was taught a lot about service. And I figured, well, I take music plus service and you get music educator. So that's why I decided to pursue that route, to be able to share the abilities I've been blessed with and to hopefully improve the lives of others. You know, I think about growing up as a kid. I have many cultural backgrounds that were kind of mixed into me, as I think that a lot of people in America have. I think my Austrian heritage is probably like the most significant. And in school, for example, we never played polka. And I didn't play polka until I got to college. But like how excited that made me feel, because that was the music I was hearing with my grandma, you know? And so I think back now as an adult where I can really process through these things. And I think about like, what are the feelings I had of inclusiveness when I heard music that was representative of things I may have heard at home. And like, I still remember that they were passed out, it was the beer barrel polka. And how excited I was to play that, you know, and I was 18 years old at the time. But even now, at 44, I hear the beer barrel polka and I get very excited to play it. I want to play it. I like playing it. I like singing with it. So if that makes those kind of differences in me as an adult, what does that mean for a child who's 12? You know, we look at a society, and when we value something as a society, we wanted to ensure that it's taught to our children. Our society does value music. It's taught to our children. But the question comes to, what kind of music are we teaching? If we're only teaching band, orchestra, and choir, then we're only showing that those types of music are having value. And they are valuable. They should be taught. But just because they are taught doesn't mean that other types of music cannot be taught. And that's where you enter with mariachi and jazz band and modern band and all of its genres, you know, that these musics, when they're taught in school, now show that our society values that music as well.